Welcome to my channel. I'm Carmela, where I make bookish content, talk about the books I've read, and my screenwriting projects. For today's vlog, I decided to do a 24-hour reading marathon. Because I'm going to see Ben Barnes perform tomorrow at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, I decided to do a 24-hour book read-a-thon on the books that are his favorite. I definitely won't be able to get to all of them, so I'm just going to pick two from the list I find online. I'm going to look at Goodreads and Penguin books and pick a few books I find interesting and that I can read for 24 hours. Let's get started. All right, let's go to Goodreads first. I'm just gonna go ahead and look through the books and see what I think I would enjoy. I'm gonna see what Penguin book has listed for his favorite books. What should I read? I'm gonna look up Far from the Maddening Crowd, One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. I think my last book's gonna be his Dark Materials. So being it's last minute, I think, oops, Morty, I'm sorry, baby. Dropped my phone. So being it's last minute, I think I'm going to download all three books and listen to them on Audible. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, all three books are downloaded and I've decided to listen to
One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich.
I don't think I'm gonna do the traditional way where you just continue to read and then just let the timer go. Instead of stressing myself out and not getting enough sleep, I think I'm going to read as much as I possibly can, hit pause on it, on the timer, when I eat or if I go to sleep, and then I'll resume when I'm able to listen to it again. Anyway, I am excited to start these books and also to see Ben Barnes in concert. So today I'm just gonna bring you along with me. I'm gonna get a Starbucks and go to the gym, maybe go to the grocery store, get a few things. I don't know yet. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting dressed, and I will see you again in my car when I start the timer. Hello, I am back again, and I had my Starbucks. I ended up just getting a matcha latte with coconut milk. Pretty good. So when it comes to One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich, I wanted to see what Ben Barnes thought about it and why it's one of his favorite books. So the interviewer from Penguin Book quoted Ben to say, "If I could go and read Ivan Denisovich sitting on a prison floor, I'd probably do it." It says he read the book when he was 14 years old. The article also says it was a formative book for Barnes. I'm gonna go look up the synopsis. My SD card just said it was full, so I had to delete some stuff on it, but I am back. All right, so I'm on Amazon looking up the book. Let's see what it says. In the madness of World War II, a dutiful Russian soldier is wrongfully convicted of treason and sentenced to 10 years in a Siberian labor camp. So begins this masterpiece of modern Russian fiction, a harrowing account of a man who has conceded to all things evil with dignity and strength. Sounds really good. I don't want to know too much about the book, so I'm going to stop there and start listening to the actual book. I'm going to pull out my earbuds. They're in my gym bag. Here we go. So I have these little Beats. They're okay, I like them. So the problem is they don't stay in my ears, so if I run or anything, they're on the floor. But they are what I have, and for the most part, I like them. So, go. I don't know if I said it, but I'm at the gym. So tasty. So while I'm working out, I'm just gonna listen to the book. And when I come back, I will let you know what I think. So here is the book. It is currently 1:26. Let the reading marathon commence. I am back from working out. I'm a bit sweaty. So I have good news and bad news. Good news is I had a pretty good workout. Bad news is the music was so loud in the gym that I didn't really get far into the book at all. Anyway, I'm going to go over to the grocery store and pick up a few things. I kind of want to get some plants for my office. So I think I'm going to go over to Lowe's and I'll probably listen to my book while I walk around the nursery and Lowe's. So yeah. I'm back. I went to the grocery store to get some broccoli, but the few they had left were really wilted looking, so I passed on that. But I got the noodles I wanted. Just these. I got these. I got 2 of them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to Lowe's and walk around there while I listen to my book. I just got to Lowe's. I'm gonna put my earbuds in. Alright, time to go look for some plants. I'm back in my car. I didn't buy any plants. So far in the novel, we're following a character called Zhukov. He's a prisoner in a Russian prison, and his life is anything but pleasant. We're learning about how he spends his morning, and how the other men see him and treat him, and his experience with the guards. I'm gonna go to Michael's and see what they have. I kind of feel like making something for my office or maybe the house. And after that, I will probably go home. Hello, I'm back from Michael's. I got myself a grapevine. I looked around at the flowers. Again, didn't find anything that just stood out to me. So I'm gonna head home now and I will check in a little later. So while I do my skincare, I wanted to talk a little bit about the novel I'm reading. So we're going through Zhukov's day. It's snowing. He talks about the harsh weather conditions. We're introduced to additional men, but not a lot of detail is given about them. But I don't think the purpose of introducing other characters is so that you can become attached or really get to know them. I think the purpose is to understand the collection of men enduring such a harsh imprisonment. So Zhukov is doing his best. Every day is a struggle to stay warm. My battery died, I had to change it out. Let's see, where was I? So the prisoners stay within groups or gangs, as it's referred to in the book. And there doesn't really seem to be a lot of hope for the men that are in this imprisonment. Zhukov seems like the type of man that minds his own business and doesn't really want to start any fights or have any enemies. We get little pieces of Zhukov's life prior to him being in prison. Something that is a reoccurring thing that happens with him is that he takes food, and I'm sure the other prisoners are doing it too, but because food is scarce, he will save a little bit in his pants or his jacket and hide it so he can have something to eat later. But right now I am on chapter 5. I still have quite a bit to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my skincare and listen to this book until I fall asleep.
What, Vanya? We'd better not carry it flat. Let's stand it on end, put an arm each around it, and just waltz. Short of his mouth. Focus, he said angrily.
Hello, it is the next day. I stayed up really late listening to my book, and I am happy to say that this afternoon I have completed it. So yay me! I'm excited to tell you about my thoughts and to give you a spoiler-free review. So for most of the book, the protagonist is called Zhukov. So within the novel, we meet additional characters. These characters are primarily in Zhukov's... That's my dog. He's playing with a shark. A stuffed animal that's a shark. Anyway, so throughout the novel, we meet additional characters. Most of the characters are in Zhukov's gang, so it's called a work gang. And essentially, oh, I have a little visitor. This is Guinevere in her pink hoodie. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, get down. Good girl. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make this quick because I have to go feed my dogs before. Oh my god. He's actually, I thought he was grabbing something off the desk, but it's just a bone. Or his antler. So essentially, within the prison, there are work gangs. And if one man falls behind, basically they all fall behind. It's a buddy system. So if they want goods, or basically anything that's good that they can get in the space that they're in, they all have to work together. If you hear that crunching, it's my dog chewing on a bone. I'll show you. It's actually an antler. And then here are my other two. Zhukov seems to get along with everybody. I wouldn't say he's a people pleaser, but he definitely minds his own business. For most of the day, the men work in extremely cold weather. They're out there in the elements, doing all sorts of different tasks. And for Zhukov, the reward at the end of the day is getting to eat. So, naturally, a lot of the conversation that goes on is him obtaining food or getting goods and talking about other people who receive goods, getting the work done properly, not being a burden to his fellow men. Do you want me to feed you? I'm gonna go feed these dogs and then I will come back and give you more of my thoughts on this book. Okay, I'm back. I fed my dogs. Let's see, what was I saying? So food. Food is a big component for Zhukov and the other prisoners as well within the groups, to do well, to not slack off. Something I really liked about the novel is the brotherhood, the bonding between men, the dependability they have on each other. Each man is accountable for his own actions, but his actions have consequences not just for him, but for the entire group within their work gang. The novel does a great job of capturing a man's life that isn't his own, a man's life that is dictated from morning until night. Even at night, when he's about to go to sleep, he's interrupted by the guards telling the prisoners to come out to do a search. Only when the guards give their okay for the men to go to sleep can they do so. Going into the story, I thought I might find it boring or disinterested with the prison aspect. But I really enjoyed the story and appreciated the camaraderie and the kinship these men had with one another. Despite it only being one day, I learned so much about not just Zhukov, but all of the main characters that were a part of Zhukov's life. I'm really happy that I chose this book to read. It's something that I probably would have never even thought to pick up. And that's why sometimes it's nice to know what other people are interested in, because sometimes we get stuck in the genres that we like to read, and we overlook classics or other genres that seem like something we wouldn't like. But yeah, I really enjoyed the novel. I'm so happy I decided to go with that one instead of the others that were on the list. Anyway, speaking of books on my list, I'm going to go ahead and start Far from the Maddening Crowd. I'll listen to it probably while I'm getting dressed. I still have to take a shower and figure out what I'm going to wear, because I'm going to see Ben Barnes tonight. And I have to pick up my friend. So yeah, I gotta hurry up and get this day rolling. Yay, fully downloaded. Alright, let's start this novel. Timer. And...
This is Audible. Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy. Read by Nathaniel Parker. Chapter 1. Description of...
This is what I'm wearing, just a sweater and a pair of jeans. And that's it.
both always and never our time. Nothing to regret, the rest is might be.
Sorry, I'm a filmmaker.
Racing hollow mind, feeling every line, thumbing through the page. Hoped I could pretend our story wouldn't end, but it's just fantasy. I can never walk away, always something left to say. Maybe you can see the way for you and me to face reality. Sometimes I talk to myself out of my head, stuck in my mind, breathing out of my mind. Only heaven and I know I can find. Imagine all the memories. I can dream all I want to go back.